Hello everyone, I'm happy to be back with another smiling young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now we have with us Astha Pandey. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Astha.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for providing me with an opportunity. And I would just give a brief introduction about myself. So, hello everyone, my name is Astha Pandey. I'm a third year BCom honors student at Lady Shri Ram College, and I'm also pursuing my CFA level 1 alongside. So, that is about my professional and educational background. And I'm really looking forward to the opportunity of encapsulating my whole life journey of 19 years, out of which I only remember vaguely the past 9 years in the video, so that I might look back to it after a decade or so and see what things I felt at this point in my life and what I found that it might be significant to me right now. So thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. If you can begin with things, I'll pass it over to you.
It's your time to speak. You choose the topic and speak. Tell us what you remember.
Okay.
What's important to
So
you. I'm not going to ask any questions.
Okay. So when you first reached out to me, I was like, am I qualified enough to have an interview with someone who has such a great experience in their field? And then I went through your profile and I saw a lot of people from my college, especially a senior of mine who is a senior of me in NCC as well. And I really like the concept that you are bringing to the table, that we can present our views and just guide the newer generation, the upcoming batch in some sense. So that completely resonated with me and I really liked the concept. So I was like, yes, let's give it a shot and let's see how things go. So if I talk about my early school life, I'll begin with that from the very bottom. So I pursued commerce as my stream in my 11th and 12th. And since I have always been a studious person and scored really well in my grades, each class, and to come up with the idea of pursuing commerce as a stream rather than going for medical and engineering was met with a little bit of disappointment, both from my parents as well as my faculty as well. And I have always had this thing that I want to do something different in my life. So my family, they have all been very academically oriented people, and they have always incentivized and rewarded me for being good in studies, and that I think that has always worked out for me as well, because the places that I get to reach because of being good in studies has provided me with a lot of exposure as well. So when I chose commerce, they were like, why not medical? Why not engineering? Why not humanities even? Because my mother is in the police services and my father is in ex-army. So they wanted to save my way through UPSC in some sense. So they were like, okay, you might take humanities as well, but commerce was never an option. But I really liked the business world, the idea of numbers and always playing with them. So I thought that, okay, I'll go for commerce. I tried to persuade them, and I think I have somewhat matlab, worked out that way for me. So that has been quite a journey. My school experience has been great, even though we had COVID for the past 2 years in my school, that is 11th and 12th. It was mostly COVID. We had online classes, but the few days that I went to school, it has been a great experience. Now, if I talk about CUET, we were the first batch which had CUET for the examinations of Delhi University and other colleges. And to be really honest, I didn't have much idea about Delhi University even before coming. So I've done my schooling from Lucknow only, from Army Public School. And I would say there was not as much exposure over there as compared to the people who have been born and brought up in Delhi. So I feel that there was some lag on that. And when I came to LSR, when I scored pretty decent marks and I got into LSR, so I was faced with a lot of overwhelming experience, because the first 2 months I remember that I had my first economics internal assessment and I really liked economics as a subject, and I didn't score as well. So I remember coming to my hostel room and locking it up and just crying my eyes out that maybe this place is not for me. I don't know what is happening, because I've always been the topper in my class, and to have such a stark contrast that you've been the topper and now you are not even scoring good, it was really daunting for me. So I thought that maybe this place is not for me. I was crying. I remember calling my father, and he was pacifying me that, do you want me to come and pick you up? That no matter, you can continue your studies in Lucknow only. But I was like, I have chosen this thing for me, and I really want to do it, but I'm really not sure how things are going right now. So that I feel that every person who comes from, I would not say Lucknow is a small town, but who comes from a place to such an elite institution where everyone is so articulate, so confident, they have such great communication skills, it becomes a little overwhelming for you in the very beginning. But if you just constantly put your efforts and work hard to reach the point where everyone else is. So if I talk about LSR, it is a place that teaches you a lot about resilience, because you do not only have to keep up with the people around you, the competitors around you, but you also have to excel in every field. So that is something that I feel that LSR has taught me a lot about resilience and persistence and giving a lot of efforts into anything that you're working towards. So I remember calling my father, and he said that we give you 1 semester's time, no worries. You just adjust yourself in, and you just do whatever you want to do. Enjoy Delhi, firstly, and there's no pressure. So they have always been that anchor for me, that whenever I feel low, I can always go back to my parents and they'll always be there for me. So I'm really privileged and thankful in that sense. And yeah, he told me this very cliche line that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And that has been a philosophy that he has always told me about, that no matter if anyone has some privilege, they have already had some exposure, but if you work hard towards it, you can in the end be at parallel with them, or maybe even at better positions. So that is what he had taught me, and it has always stayed with me. And yeah, if I talk about my rejections at LSR, I feel that I faced a lot of rejections in the very beginning in the college society applications. I was like, uh, I don't know if there's something that I'm doing wrong, because I have always been that person who has been appreciated for each and everything that they've done.
Yeah.
So the academic validation that comes through the good marks, it was somewhat not happening here. And I was taken a bit aback, but then things worked out. I found great people around me who not only inspired me and motivated me to do well, they have always been there for me for whenever I'm not feeling well. Or so I feel LSR provides you with a great safe space, I would say, because everyone is carrying a weight of their own. They have some or the other problems going on in their life, but if you just go around and keep a smile on your face, I feel that would help others as well. So LSR has been a safe space for me, I would say.
Wonderful.
That was my schooling and college experience by
Well,
far.
you are still there for one more year, right? You are in your third year,
Yeah.
right? So has it been
Yeah,
fun
so
also at times, or is just a educational experience?
I'm sorry.
Has it been fun also, or is it just
it
educational?
it has been really fun. I mean, coming to Delhi has been really fun for me. The freedom, the thing that you can do anything on your own, from even buying groceries. So I live in a flat with a few of my hostel friends. Hostel was a great experience. So in my first year of college, we had college hostel, and it was great. I made great friendships. I'm a really extroverted person, so anyone I meet on the way, I always greet them with a smile, and I'm be like, hi, hello, full conversations. So it has been a great experience. I made a lot of friends, and right now also I live with two of my friends. So even from the smallest things like buying groceries to going out alone, that was not something that I ever did at my place. But now that I'm living alone, I have learned each and everything. I would say that thing of growing up and that independence has come the moment I came to Delhi. So
Okay.
it has been really fun. It's a roller coaster ride.
All right. Now, what do you want to tell people who are in 11th or 12th, perhaps in smaller towns? I mean, Lucknow is a huge town, but let us call it
Yeah.
non-metro. It's still not the top 4 or 5 metro. So let's say in non-huge metro towns, what advice would you have for them based on your experience?
I would say that try to find your niche, try to find your passion, what you really like, and just work on it. So I would say skills are really important. If you have the period that you get between your 12th and joining college, that's a really long gap. And if you can work on it, if you can learn skills like Python, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, or anything that interests you for that matter. I mean, content creation is booming, and if you get into it, that is a great thing as well. So if you work and find your niche and just work hard towards it, I think you'll find your way. And especially in college where you have to be a part of so much societies and social groups, I think having something that you are passionate about and you can talk about is what will really help you out in some way.
Yeah, well, you had already made up your mind about commerce, it seems, way back.
Yeah,
But what about people who are confused? Do you have any I mean, you must have had some friends who were confused and so on. So what happened? How did they make up their minds?
I would say I had someone to look up to. My maternal uncle was doing great in the field of commerce.
Ah,
So I had someone to look up to. But even if you don't have someone to look up to, I think LinkedIn as a platform provides you with a plethora of opportunities. You can just reach out to anyone, and people are really helpful. So you can reach out, ask them about their college, ask them about their courses, how they feel about it, and see if that resonates with you. I personally love finance as a subject, so I'm pursuing my Chartered Financial Analyst Level 1 certification as well, which I'm supposed to appear in November, about 90 days.
well, some
So
people say
I really,
that. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so
Go ahead.
I really like finance as a concept, financial markets, equity, derivatives, and I found so I we had a session with a college senior who was recently placed in investment banking, and a friend of hers who was placed in private equity, and they told about the culture at the companies, and I thought that okay, maybe this is something that I want to go with. So I researched about it a lot on YouTube. So everything you will find on social media platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube, these are platforms that will help you find your niche as well, if you really look forward to it. If you just So I would say, like, enjoy your time with your friends and family, but also give time to your skills, and so that you can look forward to better opportunities in life. That is really important at this competitive stage, I
Okay,
would
so
say.
are you thinking of doing an MBA in finance or with your CFA, you're already on your career track?
I have planned, so I have a lot of plans, but I would say that 2 years down the line, probably. Let's hope for the placements abhi though, but 2 years down the line, probably I'll go for MBA in finance. I'll
Okay,
also be pursuing my CFA charters
yeah,
alongside.
yeah.
I would also like to talk about some of my internship and
Sure.
social work initiatives.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So when I came to Delhi, I was like that I want to give something to this place that I've made my new home. And that is when I connected with Vishlakshi Foundation. That when you told me about your initiative of donating an amount before the interview, I really liked it because I felt that someone is looking out for such things. And when I connected with Vishlakshi, so we at Vishlakshi serve the underprivileged children and their families with primary education and also nourishment as well. We have around 19 dream schools all over India. And I connected with the founder who was, in fact, from Lucknow as well. So there was a personal connect, and he told me that now that you have joined Vishlakshi, it is a deep affiliation. And I really want to be a part of Ishlakshi for as long as I can, especially when I start earning, so that I can give back to the society. And whenever I go to the dream schools, I always meet these small children on Saturdays and Sundays, and they greet you with such cute smiles that it just brings a lot of joy in you. And I would say that giving back to the society is really important. That is what Vishlakshi has taught me. And I would urge people, our viewers, to just please go through the social media handles of our platform. You might even see me in some of the reels.
Okay.
So that is
Yeah, I like the idea
Vishakshi.
very much.
And
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, and if I talk about my internship experiences, so I have a lot to talk about, I feel,
Good,
and
go on, go on.
I
We have
hope I
time.
don't take a lot.
We have time. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if I talk about my internship experiences, I firstly joined Insider One in my second semester of college, where I met Mr. Vishnu, who is the founder of Insider One, and we are currently in the way of developing an app which provides and which bridges the gap between students and recruiters. So if we talk about tier 1 cities and tier 1 colleges, they have access to a lot of resources, and they have access and exposure to a lot of opportunities that I feel especially tier 2 cities and colleges they don't. So we are kind of trying to bridge that gap. We are launching with our courses, our skill programs. We have the option of job posting, internships,
Mm.
and seminars, workshops, a lot of things. And shout out to Insider One. So they have been
Yeah.
so I feel when I joined a startup, it has taught me a lot about each and every field. So I've developed my sense of my passion for finance somewhat through Insider One, because it gave you, when you join a startup, it gives you a lot of opportunities to go through each and every field. Whereas I feel when you join some really big MNCs or companies like that, you're really constrained or restricted to the work role that you are provided with.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are in a startup, you go through each and every stage. You go through operations, finance, management. We are currently leading a team of about 13 people from LSR interns. So I think that has really ingrained in me some confidence, I would say. And I owe it to Insider One. So that has been great.
Okay.
And I completed my summer internship at Anand Rathi this year, and I learned a lot about financial markets and everything. So I feel that whenever you're learning something through your theoretical knowledge, theoretical curriculum, to put it into place and see how things actually work out. So I learned a lot of things in my CFA curriculum, but when I went offline to the internship, I learned that this is really just a very small bit of it, and there's a whole world which is very big, which has a lot of knowledge. And to just learn and unlearn, especially when you have your conceptions about things, you need to specially unlearn a lot of things to learn more.
Yeah.
Ask as many questions as you can, never be embarrassed about whatever, because you might miss out on a great opportunity to learn when you feel embarrassed of asking questions.
Yeah.
That is what I've learned through my internship experiences.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm glad that you have enjoyed these NGOs and the startup. It's a great thing to actually get these multiple experiences, and these are not readily available in other cities. Delhi is exceptional
Yeah.
that you have so many opportunities. I'm glad you are taking full advantage of that. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, so the same thing I would like to say, that you feel like when you are in a pond, you feel that you're outperforming everyone else. But when you come to the ocean, you see that everyone is doing as good as you. And even not if as good, they're even better than you.
Yeah.
So you need to come out of those places to learn more, to get inspired by people. And I feel that Delhi has provided me with the opportunity. I had the privilege for that. And I hope each of our viewers who are viewing, they go to their dream colleges. So
Mhm.
LSR has been a dream college for me.
Mm.
That is my
That,
pride,
did
and that
you
is what I had
did you
experiences.
choose LSR as such, or it was the college that you got?
My first preference was obviously Sriram College, SRCC, and my second preference was LSR.
Okay.
So I would say that LSR, my parents were also very happy that I got into LSR because it is an all girls college, and especially in a city like Delhi, which is not really safe, as we say.
Yeah.
And when we hear about such cases happening all around India, that
Yeah.
is a bit disheartening. And I
Yeah.
feel that Delhi as a
Mhm.
place has, and especially LSR, has provided me with a safe space, that people will not judge you, people will always be there for you, no
Mhm.
matter what stage in life you are. We have our alma alumni people, and they have always been really supportive. You can reach out to them whenever you want to. So a safe space is something that I feel LSR has provided me with. I don't know about North Campus. They say North Campus has a vibe, and since you are also from Stephens,
But
as
that's
I
too
got
long
to know,
ago. It's too long ago.
yeah,
It's irrelevant
that's too
now.
long.
Yeah, it's too
Ha,
long.
I heard on some of your podcasts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know that North Campus has been a vibe. I've been to North Campus as well a few times, but the homeliness that I feel at LSR, it is something else, and I would never trade it for any other college.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else you want to add here?
I think that was it. I would say that enjoy your time and enjoy your life to the fullest. Be optimistic about things and just spend as much time as you can with your friends and family, because once you move out of the place and you go out to some other city for further studies, it becomes really difficult to keep up with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is it from my side.
All right, good. Then let's end it here, Astha, today. I'll be back with another young person or an expert. Let's say bye to the viewers. Bye, everybody.